Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, we wrapped up everything in regards to the main game, which means we are good to immediately jump into the DLC today. I am very excited for this. Now, I will just give you a wee bit of a warning. If I sound a little nervous whilst I record this, my apologies. However, this is actually the second time I've tried to record this episode. I got started on the descent, and I encountered my first game-breaking bug of the Let's Play, so I'm a wee bit nervous. That's a lie. I'm very nervous. I don't like that. I have noticed Just recently, I've noticed that my save is getting a wee bit funny, and I'm just like, I'm almost finished. Please don't break now. Please don't break now. Thank you for the money.
So, Liliana, should I bow whenever you come into the room now?
The ceremony is not for a while.
It will be strange to see you and think, there walks divine Victoria.
Then let us enjoy these moments while they last, as colleagues.
Nor as friends.
What's this? A breach in decorum?
Perish the thought.
Cullen's getting sentimental. Alliances from the heart. Lord de Rosier was all too glad to receive various concessions to abandon the current squabble in favour of more honourable pursuits. I believe they involve acquiring various trophy animals in bloody fashion. That allows a less politically desirable, but more personally desired, pairing to occur. The wedding of Jess and Leandra and Celeste Tybalt will bond their families in alliance. To the chagrin of Lady Richelieu, I suspect, matchmakers only truly benefit when the names are sufficiently grand. The ceremony will take place in the capital. I'm sure it will be lovely, Josephine. Now, we can actually go and watch the ceremony. However, we have received a request for aid from Orzammar, and that will have to take precedence. However, afterwards, once that is all settled, I think Aenor would be more than happy to be a guest at their wedding. Disaster in the Deep Roads. The Inquisition has received an urgent request for aid from Orzammar. A subterranean earthquake has collapsed one of their Lyrium mines and endangered several others. Even worse, tunnel seals preventing Darkspawn from overrunning the Dwarven-occupied Deep Roads have crumbled, allowing hordes of the enemy to invade. Orzammar is a key provider of the Inquisition's Lyrium supplies, and as such, its security is a top priority. The earthquake opened a fissure in the Stormcoast Mountains, granting direct access from the surface to the threatened region underground. Constructing a mining lift at the fissure site will permit the Inquisition to transport forces directly to where Darkspawn fighting is fiercest. Now, the Descent was technically the second of the DLCs released. Jaws of Hakon came out first, then the Descent, and then Trespasser to finish everything up. However, I prefer having the Descent be chronologically before Jaws of Hakon. There are certain things in this DLC, I won't spoil them, but certain things are said which, to me, indicate that it happens very soon after the breach is closed for the second time. And personally, in terms of Aenor's story, I think this is maybe a month, maybe not even that, after Corypheus' defeat. If you remember, Aenor only plans on remaining as Inquisitor for about 6 months. You know, she kind of figured 6 months, that's more than enough time to find my replacement, ease them into the role. Anyone that has, business with me personally, that can easily be, finished up in 6 months. And then I am free to go home to Wycombe and spend time with my clan and my family who live in the city. And because this has happened so quickly, it's only a month after the defeat of Corypheus, I think Aenor's probably thinking, you know what, I can handle this. It's come in very soon afterwards. I see no problem with me handling this personally. Now, what options do we have? Connections. Orzammar has the experts we need to build such a lift. At your discretion, I can hire a team of their best construction workers right away. Secrets. I know where to find people who can build a mining lift quickly and safely. Forces. We need to move quickly to contain them. I'll dispatch my best people to the Storm Coast at once. When you say your best people, do you mean your best engineers or your best soldiers? Because if it's the latter, I fear you have gravely misunderstood the situation, Colin. You send the soldiers to the fissure and then what? They jump off? Pray they don't break their legs on the impact? And we need the mining lift. You're being a little too vague for my liking. I don't think there's any shame in asking Orzammar to help us help them. I mean, the Deep Roads is technically their property. They know the Deep Roads better than anyone. They would know the best way to construct that mine lift. So yeah, let's ask them for help. A construction team arrived in the Storm Coast Mountains and set up a mining lift to transport Inquisition forces from the earthquake fissures opening down into the Deep Roads. A report sent by messenger bird. Inquisitor. The mining lift in the Storm Coast Mountains will be finished by the time you get here. Anyone going into the Deep Roads should dress accordingly. Don't skimp on the armor and bring the best weapons in Skyhold's arsenal. I also recommend packing plenty of dry rations. Most things down there will be looking to eat the Inquisition, not the other way round. Scout Harding. So yeah, this is your hint that this is going to be tough. The descent is kind of like the Golems of Angarak. It's designed as one last dungeon crawl to kind of test how well you've built the Inquisitor and how well you've built your party. Everyone already has on the best armor and the best weapons, so I say we venture forth. Oh god, who do we want? I'm thinking Cassandra. I know Varric has a few things to say. I normally bring Solus because they were my go-to party. Is Blackfall available? He is! Why aren't you in Skyhold then? Where have you wandered off to? Oh, I want to bring a mage. I don't like Dorian's necromancer tree. That's the problem. It causes more issues than it's worth, and considering I'm encountering game-breaking bugs, I'd rather bring Vivienne. I'll point out where I encountered the bug. It was so frustrating. It was so very, very frustrating. Game? Game, are you doing okay? There we go. Maybe? There.
Inquisitor, the workers are almost done building a lift to the Deep Roads. No darkspawn trouble yet, but the earthquakes have been brutal.
I was told to meet a Shaper Volta.
She's waiting below. You won't see an Orzammar dwarf on the surface. They have rules about that.
Okay. Yeah, can you tell me about these earthquakes?
How many quakes have there been since you arrived?
At least 3 big rumblers. And the aftershocks are nothing to sneeze at. My feet miss solid ground.
And how are the Lyrium mines doing?
Josephine's report mentioned several Lyrium mines were damaged by the quakes.
You'll see what's left of this one on your way down. From what I hear, the other mines are barely holding together.
So you haven't seen any darkspawn up here?
I sharpened my arrows just in case, but they never showed. I'm okay with that.
I think we all are. Better get down there. The opening could close. Don't even think about that. No, thank you. Ooh. We have known Harding for a while. And there was a little bit of sass when we spoke about Valta. Go on, we'll pry.
From your tone, I'd guess Orzammar isn't your favorite place.
I don't have an opinion. Cloud gazers like me aren't allowed in the city. The lift's ready for you. Try not to shift around, and keep back from the edge. It's a long way down.
Lowered into a hole. What an auspicious start.
We've been in worse places.
Perhaps you have, my dear.
This reminds me of a story.
Shocking.
It's about an impossibly handsome dwarf and his friend who got crowned King of the Nugs.
A Nug King, really.
It's not as good as it sounds. Nugs mostly just shit on the floor and roll in it. Welcome to the Deep Roads.
We should be wary of raw Lyrium.
I'm more worried about finding Darkspawn.
Neither is a pleasing prospect.
Magar, Nalfric, your names will not be forgotten.
You must be Shaper Valta.
A trust Vala, Inquisitor. The Shaper it welcomes you to the Deep Roads.
One, Aenor and the others are far braver than I, because if I had been there, I would have taken one look at that lift and turned my ass right around and gone home. I am petrified of heights. Like, it is... Oh, no. Secondly, despite this being a dungeon crawl, I really like the story of the Descent, and I like Shaper Valta as a character. I'm really not all too fond of her voice actress. I think that's the one negative I have about this DLC. I'm really not too fond of this voice actress. I understand that she's in Mass Effect. I saw that a lot when this released. Everyone was like, oh, is she called Liara? I don't really know, but everyone was like, oh, it's this voice actress, but I really don't like, when she's speaking English, I'm like, yeah, this is fine. It's when she's speaking Dwarvish, that's Atrast Valar, I'm like, it sounds like she's speaking Elvish. It's so elegant and so flowy, and I'm just like, Dwarven should sound gruff. No, thank you. That's such an odd complaint. She sounds too elegant. I dislike it, but it's true. It's my one negative about this DLC.
You look as though you're hiding from something.
As a citizen of Orzammar, even a glimpse of your sky could cost me my position and render me castless.
Gotta love real dwarves.
Can you tell me about the Shaper?
What does a Shaper do exactly?
We chronicle the life and times of our people.
You're historians.
Also scholars and genealogists. Shapers preserve knowledge in the memories, an archive in Orzammar. We record memories in Lyrium to ensure they never fade. We must be meticulous in every detail.
A difficult task.
How bad are the casualties? Are you alone here? What's latest? I mean, this is the important thing. Just how many deaths have there been?
How many dwarves have you lost?
More than we can count. The mining caste has suffered greatly. Our situation has worsened since we contacted Skyhold. The quakes collapsed this mine and shattered a seal, keeping the Darkspawn at bay. The Legion of the Dead hasn't been able to mend the broken seal, and we can't afford to lose any more Lyrium.
Yeah, are these mines really all that important?
What will happen if we lose more Lyrium mines?
The surface needs Lyrium for all sorts of magic. The Inquisition more than most, I understand. And Orzammar's economy relies on the Lyrium trade. Without it, there will be chaos above and below.
And why call upon the Inquisition specifically?
Orzammar deals with Darkspawn all the time. Why request the Inquisition's help?
The Legion isn't prepared for this level of disaster, and the Grey Wardens haven't answered our calls for aid. Any threat to the flow of Lyrium requires immediate response. The Inquisition is the only force we can rely upon.
It seems Aenor read up about the Legion before coming down here.
I've read about the Legion of the Dead. Dwarves who fight Darkspawn in service to Orzammar. They commit their lives to the cause and celebrate their own funerals before entering the Deep Roads.
No matter their sins in life, the Legion die noble deaths.
I'm drawn to this one. I think Aenor, you know, she's got her Inquisitor hat on. You know, she's thinking just a few more months of this and I can go back to my family. Yeah, the Inquisition is happy to help.
The Inquisition stands ready to aid Orzammar. Without a steady Lyrium supply, things on the surface will get even worse.
Apologies for pushing you.
Aren't you a polite thing?
I fear the damage that tremor caused. Follow me to the Legion camp.
Oh, and here we are. Oh, this area always gives me flashbacks to the Deep Roads in Origins. It makes me so nostalgic. An unsent letter from a miner, Lord Gavorn. I shouldn't have to remind you of the mining caste's importance to Orzammar, but apparently not even the ancestors can say when you last visited the memories. The Lyrium trade is the only reason our kingdom still stands. It is what keeps the king's coffers fat so that he may play a part in whatever little wars are raging on the surface. But Lyrium is as dangerous as it is profitable, and when I write to you saying that earthquakes are threatening one of our most lucrative mines, I expect a faster response. Something unnatural is afoot. The shaft rats come out of their holes chanting nonsense. Even my own crew, men and women I've worked with since I was a child, claim to hear something in the tremors. I don't care who or what you send to help us, just do it quickly. Miner Ordell. One, I like this man's balls. I like how he's talking to a lord and he's just like, oi, dickhead, help us. I approve of that. Also, this line gives me chills that people are claiming to hear something in the tremors. It's a good line. It's a damn good line. Oh my god. I know most people don't like the Deep Roads section. Oh,
Keep
shit.
your eyes open. These roads are dangerous.
I mean, they're always dangerous. It's the Deep Roads, let's be honest, but... Anyway, as I was saying, I know that most people don't particularly like the Deep Roads section. In Origins, they're long and kind of tedious, but I don't mind them personally. Storm Coast Fissure. From this ridge, exposed sections of the Deep Roads are visible below. There's history in the rock split by these quakes, and for those without sure footing, a particularly dangerous fall. Oh dear. Now then, I know exactly what is around the corner, so... Vivienne, let me just upgrade you, my dear. I was going to grab you. This rejuvenating barrier. Lovely. Okay, where you at? I know you're here. There he is.
An ogre!
I hate the Deep Roads.
They're back! And badder than ever! Get in there! And we spinny spin!
While it's distracted!
Can we spinny spin? There we go. And smack him. There we go. And speed. Now we've got the ground pound. As you can see, they are starting off with the big guns. This guy is tanky. He is so tanky.
Focused on us. Now's the time to attack.
Smack him. I not smack him. Can you please smack him? There we go. Bap him. Ramming speed. Get in there. We're doing all right for health. Excuse me, don't run away from me. Don't do that.
Right now.
Got up. And a scream. Take him out. Varric, I do hope you're being careful, Varric. You're a little close to the edge, buddy. XP, there we go.
Now, while it's distracted.
Just keep at it. Keep at it. Spin. Again. Smack him.
It's not focused on us. Now's the time to attack.
Again. I think this is going a lot better than the first time I did this fight. Oh, I absolutely love the hidden blades thing. I put that on the sword. And oh, I do love it when it triggers.
It's not focused on us. Now's the time to attack.
It's almost down. There we are.
Just returning the favor.
If the ogre reached this point, the Legion must be overwhelmed. Let us hurry.
Oh, we will. We will, but looting first. Oh, hello. When I fought the ogre on my first pass through, that is a floating bowl. Okay, and yeah, when I fought the ogre the first time around, I got a ring of critical chance. Ooh. What kind of belt do I? Oh, I already have that. Damn. Still, it'd be good for someone else. You know what? Because this was where the game-breaking. Oh, how dare! Why you do this? Give me a minute. Let me just delete a few of these. Yeah, this was where the game-breaking bug was, so I'm inclined to put in a save right here so that I don't have to redo everything. Down we go.
I will never get used to the stench of Darkspawn. They corrupt everything, even the air. That's the broken seal ahead. It is worse than I thought.
Get those charges to the tunnels!
Okay, yeah, so just to explain what happened, you have to kill so many Darkspawn. One of the Darkspawn spawned up here, and so I couldn't kill it, which means I couldn't kill the necessary amount of Darkspawn, which means the game couldn't continue. Also, Varric somehow ended off the map. He was on the other side of this wall in an area that he couldn't get out from. I jumped off the map. It just kept spawning him on this little ledge that's on the other side of this wall. It was very annoying, so fingers crossed that doesn't happen now. Spin. And back.
Can't set the charges with those bastards breathing down our necks!
Oh, don't worry. The cavalry has arrived. Pound.
Clear out the Darkspawn!
Now. Get in there, go. Spinny spin. Are we back? Oh, hell yes. Everyone on me. Come on, I'm the tank. Take me out. crap. Excuse you? Who's being a dick? Spinny spin. Spinny spin. There we go. And back. Go. You next. Right up. There we go. Guard up. And oh, we got a couple of big boys. Excuse you. Where do you think you're going? Oh, in a second.
Keep it up.
Go down. There we go. And oh, this is looking promising. Just don't hit people. Don't do it.
The seal's clear. Prime the charges.
Whew. Thank goodness.
Now, set the charges.
Yeah, it spawned up there for some reason. There's one. There's two. Now run. Come on, people. Quick sticks. Oh, shit. You alright? Hey, nice. And of course this guy, he doesn't bother taking cover. He just looks the other way, looking cool. Of course he does. When it's quiet. Dearest Iora, this will never reach you. None of my letters will. But writing helps me cope with having joined the Legion. For all the death I have already seen, there are wonders down here, and I wish you could see them. When it's quiet, there are still hints of what the Deep Roads used to be. Right now, I'm sitting under the crumbling statue of a paragon. I asked Ansa if she knew who it was, but the face is cracked. I like to think it's Endrin Stonehammer, or Marok the Maul, though I know you favour Astith the Grey. Back home, I never cared about our history. Remember old Osteg shouting about Orzammar's former glory? Naming Tigers he'd never visited and people he'd only read about. I laughed at him. But being down here, seeing what we've lost, these are more than roads, Iora. They connected our empire, let our culture flourish. The stone accepted us, and we lived and moved within her. Now we cling to her like someone drowning. Forgive me, all my letters end the same. Legionnaire Grek. Oh, that is very, very sad. Now then, I know I should establish a camp. Oh, where were you when I was crafting armor? How dare. And you. Ayoink. There we go.
Inquisitor, meet Lieutenant Renn, a veteran of the 5th Flight and one of the Legion's finest commanders.
Someone paid her to say that.
Appreciate the help, Inquisitor. Collapsing that seal bought us time. Blighters had the run of these tunnels for days. Now they have a roadblock.
Yeah, do you know anything in particular about the Deep Roads?
How many Deep Roads are there? How deep do they go?
They'll take you from one side of Thedas to the other, if you have a death wish.
The roads once connected dwarven cities that were hundreds of miles apart. Then came the Darkspawn. Renn and I have been exploring this region, reclaiming it, but the work is slow.
Mark the map, fight an army. Mark the map, fall in a hole. And so on.
Have you two worked together for long?
I get the impression you two have known each other a while.
Yeah. The Shaper had sent her to dig up some relics. asked me to keep her out of trouble. That was 3 years ago.
You can quit any time.
Not when we still have things to fight about.
Oh, they are very sweet. I'm glad to help the Legion. Your soldiers are impressive. The Darkspawn went... Yeah, they were impressive.
For such a small group, your people have held up well.
The Quakes took a lot of us. Reinforcements will be slow to arrive.
Take cover!
You heard that, yes? The rhythm in the tremors? It's clearer, stronger, more insistent.
I hear it. Doesn't prove a thing.
These quakes are not a natural disaster. They're deliberate. There's an intelligence behind them.
Yeah, I think we don't know this lady. You know, we don't know her qualifications, so how could you possibly know that?
How could an earthquake be caused deliberately?
We get plenty of natural tremors down here. These are different. She thinks she knows why.
I found an ancient text during an expedition with Renn last year. At the time, it was just a curiosity, but now... The text describes giant creatures, called Titans, living deep underground. They sing in the stone, shaping it. When these quakes began, I believe we heard that rhythm. I believe a Titan is causing all this destruction.
Yeah, Titans, this is not anything Aenor has heard of before.
I've never heard of Titans before. What else can you tell me about them?
The text I found predated the First Blight. Its pages had mostly rotted away. And there's no mention of the Titans in Orzammar's memories.
Which tells you something.
It tells us that the memories aren't perfect.
All I heard was an earthquake. How is it you and Renn hear a rhythm?
Our people have a strong connection to the stone. We feel it in a way topsiders cannot.
Shapers have great stone sense. And Valta's better than most. She never gets lost.
You speak of the stone like it's more than walls.
The stone is eternal. She was here before us, and remains after we die.
But the stone isn't your god.
We don't worship her, but we do respect and honor her.
The stone makes us strong, and we return that strength to her when we die. It's difficult to express in words.
Yeah, strange singing is never a good sign. We don't know these people. Aenor has no reason to be like, oh, I trust you implicitly. I'm drawn to this one. It is a fact. Strange singing is often a sign of badness, so we should be concerned.
Mysterious songs often lure people to their deaths, or to an archdemon.
This rhythm isn't a song, exactly. It sounds like air flowing through lungs.
Air that can collapse a whole mine.
Oh dear. Oh dear, yeah. We have no way of saying that it is, we have no way of saying that it isn't. Like, we need to do something.
I'm here to stop earthquakes from destroying the mines. I don't care what's causing them.
A woman of action. Good. For all we know, that text you found was a bedtime story. We can't be sure until we find the source.
The rhythm I sense in the quakes is emanating from somewhere far below. The stone will lead us there.
And if it comes to a fight, that'll be our job. There's a lift at the side passage nearby. Ready when you are.
Deep Roads Expedition Table. Use the expedition table to complete unique Inquisition operations called expeditions found in this area of the Deep Roads. Expeditions do not appear on the war table in Skyhold. That line she said at the end, like, oh, I don't care about what's causing the quakes, I'm only here to stop them, that wasn't what I intended her to say. However, I quite like that. I've said before, Aenor is sick and tired of being the Inquisitor. She's still doing her best of like, okay, smile, be polite, yeah, the Inquisition stands ready to help you out, but she's solved so many people's problems over the course of the year that it took her to defeat Corypheus. I think she is really rather tired of that, so I do kind of like that slip-up of, oh, I don't really care about what's causing the earthquakes, I just want to stop them, I just want to get home. I like that. I think it suits Aenor. Now then, I am over time for this episode. In the next one, I believe, I thought we could speak to Renn and Valta. Maybe not. Oh well, but we have stuff to investigate in this area. So, until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.